Okay, so in today's session, we are going to design one of the journal program based on the concept of MDI form. I will display the problem statement here. See here, the 10th problem statement, number 10, application to design MDI form to child and design the menu. Okay, so we have to design the application using MDI form concept to the child forms. Already we have designed one of the example, and also we have to design the menu bar using the menu editor window. We have to design the menu bar. So in the last session we have studied how to design the MDI form concept, and previous to that session we have also studied how to design the menu bar in the normal forms. Yes, so we have to design here the menu bar for MDI form. Fine. So just copy this problem statement here. Application to design MDI form to child and design the menu. Shall we move to the application? Designing the application.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So first open Microsoft Visual Basic 6.0. Select standard exe project here. Click on open. See, the application is open. I will just arrange these. Fine. I will arrange the toolbox here. Okay. Now here is the blank form we have. Okay, so when you select the standard exe project, you are going to get the project with one blank form. The default name of that form will be form 1. Okay, okay, and for the project the default name will be project 1. So in this project we have only form 1, and this is normal form, it is not the MDI form. So here, how to insert the MDI form? Already we have studied how to insert the MDI form. Either you can click on project menu here and you can select add MDI form, or you can right click here and you can select add and select MDI form, or you can right click on the project here, select add and add MDI form. Okay, you can add in this way. So before adding MDI form, I will add another two forms, the normal forms. So how to add the normal forms here? Already we have one form here in our application, right? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, how to add? I want to demonstrate this MDI application using three child forms. So what it means actually, how many normal forms should be there and how many MDI forms should be there?
Three normal forms or one MDI form, sir.
Yes, exactly. Three normal forms should be there and one MDI form. And always remember that you cannot add multiple MDI form for the same project. Only one MDI form is accepted for every project. Remember this one. You can only insert or you can only add only single MDI form for the project. So first I will add the other two normal forms here before inserting the MDI form. Already form 1 is present. I want to add the other normal form, that is form 2. Click on select the form and click on open. So form 2 is added. You can observe in the project explorer window. For the same project 1, we have form 1 and form 2. Just now we have inserted form 2. Now again I will insert the another form 3 here. Okay, now how many forms are there totally in this project? Three forms, form 1, form 2 and form 3. When you run the application here, what will be the startup object? By default it will be form 1. You can change the startup object by going to properties of the project properties here. Okay, here you can change the startup object. If you select here form 2, then when you run the application form 2 will be visible. If you select form 3, then when you run the application form 3 will be visible. Okay, let it be form 1 only, no problem. Later on when we add the MDI form, we have to change this startup object to which form?
MDI
MDI
form.
forms.
MDI form, very good. MDI form. Because when we run the application, the MDI form should be displayed, and within the MDI form, its respective child forms, form 1, form 2, form 3 must be displayed within the MDI forms. So now we have three forms here basically in this project. I want to add the MDI form here. So how to add? You can right click on the project here and click on add and select MDI form. When you select MDI form, this dialog box will appear wherein it asks the user whether to insert the new MDI form or if he wants to select the already existing MDI form. If you want to select the already existing MDI form, you can select this existing tab and go to the particular location where the MDI form is present. Or if you want to add the new form, select the new tab and select MDI form, click on open. Now you can observe here, we have in the project explorer window how many forms are there now?
4.
Four
4,
forms.
sir.
So form 1, form 2, form 3 are the normal forms. Just now we have inserted one more form called as MDI form and its name is MDI form 1. Okay, so already we have discussed the concept of MDI form. So basically MDI form acts as the container to hold the other child forms. So MDI form is acting as the parent form wherein it acts as the container. It contains the other child forms in the sense except the MDI form, whatever the forms are there, form 1, form 2, form 3 in our project currently, they can act as the child forms for the MDI form. Okay, but if you want to make them as the child forms for the MDI form, what property must be set for the normal forms? What particular property must be set for the normal forms to act as the child forms for the MDI form?
Child property.
Child property, sir.
No, MDI child it is. Not child, it is MDI child property. Okay, we have to set MDI child property to true. By default, it will be false for the normal forms. We have to set it to true, hence they act as the child forms for the MDI form. So now concentrate here. Here we have the MDI form. For this MDI form, if you want to change, you can change the properties here. Okay, for example, I will change the name of this MDI form as MDI FRM demo name. I will caption change the caption here, demonstration of MDI form. Okay, then you can change any other properties here if you want. Okay, as of now I am changing only these many properties, and I will change one more property for the MDI form here. So what property I will change? I will change the window state. When I run the application, the MDI form should be maximized. So what property I should change? The window state, and I have to select it to maximized. Okay, please remember the properties that I am changing here. Write down them, because as it is a journal program, you have to list them out in the properties table. So I will change window state for the MDI form 1. I have changed name, have changed caption, and also I'm changing window state. So maximized. Now we have four forms: MDI form, and its name I have changed to MDI form, MDI FRM demo. Then we have form 1, form 2, form 3. For the form 1, form 2, form 3, if you want to change any properties, you can change. including name or caption, whatever the properties. Here I am not changing any properties. Let the properties of the other forms, form 1, form 2, form 3 be same. Now when I run the application here, now the startup object is not that we have changed. So we have to change it to what form?
MDI form.
MDI,
MDI form,
sir.
exactly. Okay, so select project one properties and select in the combo box startup object and set as MDI FRM demo. That is the name of the MDI form. Then click on OK. Now when you run the application here, the MDI form is displayed and we have set the property to maximized. Okay, so it is maximized here. But whether its child forms are appearing here, are there any child forms set at
No,
present?
sir.
No, sir.
No. So
No,
we
sir.
have to set the child forms. How to set the child forms? We have to enable the MDI child property of form 1, form 2 and form 3. Whatever the forms you want to set as the child forms for the MDI forms, you have to, that is, set the property called MDI child property to true for the respective forms. So what I will do, I will just double click on form 1 and search for the property called MDI child. Here is the property MDI child. By default it is true, false. Now I will just make it to true. And when I run the application, how the output will be now?
MDI form, sir. Within MDI form, form 1, sir.
Form 1 will be displayed. What about the form 2 and form 3, whether they are going to be displayed or no?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
Okay,
No, sir.
fine. Okay, whether form 1 is going to display within the MDI form now? Whether form 1 is going to display within MDI form now when I run the application?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Just observe here. Run the application. Now see here, MDI form is displaying now. But what about the form 1? We have just enabled the MDI child property for the form 1, right? Yes.
Yes, sir.
But
Yes, sir.
what about the output? Why it is not appearing here within the container as it is the parent form? That is, MDI form is the parent form. It is acting as the parent form, acting as the container. It has to contain the child forms, right?
Yes, sir.
Form 1 we
Yes,
have
sir.
just made it as the child form by enabling the MDI child property to true. But why it is not appearing here? Because
We
we
we have
have
to
to,
write the code, sir.
yes, exactly. So when this MDI form load event occurs, a particular form has to be displayed, has to be loaded, right? Form 1 has to be loaded. So for the MDI form load event, we have to write the code. So select here, double click on this MDI form here. Here it will appear. We have to write the code for MDI form load event. See, double click on this MDI form. The code skeleton will appear here. That is private sub MDI form underscore load event. So here we have to write the code. So when the load event occurs, when the load event of MDI form will occur, what should be done? The form should be, that is the form 1 should be displayed. Yes or no? So how to write, how to show the form 1
Yes, sir.
or how to display the form?
Fo- Form 1 dot show, sir.
Form 1 dot show. Form 1 is the name of the form 1 dot show method. Okay, now when you run the application, just observe here, we have made this MDI form as the startup object. Now when you run the application, yes, form 1 is displaying within this MDI form. Okay, why? Because we have enabled the MDI child property of the form 1 to true. We have just made it to true. So this is acting as the child form for the MDI form, that is parent form. Fine. So you can just maximize this one here, or if you want you can just set it to default size. If you want to minimize this one, see here, for the MDI forms, when you minimize the child forms here, it is not going to appear in the taskbar. Wherein your normal forms, when you minimize them, they are going to appear here in the taskbar. But here the MDI child forms, when you minimize them, they are not going to appear in the taskbar, wherein they are going to appear at the bottom of the MDI parent form, like this. You can observe here. Can you see here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so when you minimize any of the child forms of the MDI form, they are going to appear in this way. That is at the bottom of this MDI parent form. Here, they are not going to appear in the taskbar. Fine. If you want to close, you can close them. Okay, but when you close the direct MDI parent form only, then its respective child forms as well as this MDI form is going to terminate, end. Now I will just write the code here. That is, I want to display form 2 as well as form 3 when the MDI form loads. So how to write the code? Form 2 dot show method, then form 3 dot show method. Now what will be the output? How the output is going to appear?
MDI form
MDI
within
form, sir.
MDI.
Within that, form 1, form 2, form 3, sir.
Okay, within MDI form, the form 1, form 2 and form 3 are going to display. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Any other answers?
Sir, we not set the properties, sir. MDI child property for form 2 and form 3.
So
So we have to set it to MDI true, sir.
okay, so if we want to display form 2 as well as form 3 as the child forms for MDI form, then we have to set MDI child property of form 2 as well as form 3 to true. Okay, but when I run the application right now without changing the property MDI child property of form 2 and form 3, how the output will appear? Whether form 2 and form 3 are also going to be within form, that is MDI form, or whether they are going to be separate forms, individual forms.
Separate form,
Separate
sir.
form, sir.
Yes. See here, when I run the application here, just you can observe here. Here we have the MDI form. Here we have the MDI form, and within MDI form we have form 1. What about form 2 and form 3? They are present here. Here. Anyway, they are displayed, but they are not appearing or they are not contained within this parent MDI form. They are individual forms. They are acting as the separate forms. SDI forms. SDI in the sense single document interface form. Okay, they are acting as SDI forms. They are not acting as MDI forms. See here, I will just minimize the background applications also so that you can see clearly. See, we have form 2 and form 3, but form 2 and form 3 are acting as the individual forms. See, when you minimize form 2, where it is going to appear as it is the individual or separate form, it is going to appear in the taskbar. See, here is the form 2 and here we have form 3. But what about form 1? Form 1 is present where? Within this MDI form. Only MDI form is present here in the taskbar. But whatever the forms that are present in the MDI form are not going to appear in the taskbar. Got it? So form 2 as well as form 3 are acting as the individual forms. If you just minimize this one, they will appear in the taskbar here. Okay, if you just close this one, the particular form 3 will be closed. Fine. If you close form 2, it will be closed. And MDI form is present here. It is still under execution mode. Okay, I will close this now. Now I will set the property called MDI child property for form 2 as well as form 3. See here, you can observe here, if you concentrate here, for the form 1 here, the icon is just highlighted or it has changed compared to form 2 and form 3. Can you observe here? Yes. Can you observe
Yes,
the
sir.
icon of form 1
Yes,
and can
sir.
you compare it to form 3 and form 2 and form 3? It is changed. Why? Because this form 1 is, we have set the MDI child property for form 1 and hence it is acting as the child property of MDI form, this form. Hence its icon is changed here. If you change the property for form 2 as well, MDI child property, and set it to true, its icon is also going to appear in the same manner. See here, I will set it to true. Now what will be the output when I run the application?
MDI form, sir. Within MDI form, Form 1 and Form 2, sir.
Okay, MDI form will be displayed as the startup object, and within MDI form, Form 1 and Form 2 are acting as the MDI child forms. Whether Form 3 is going to appear or no,
No,
It
sir.
will appear.
it is going to appear, but it is not as the child form. It will appear as the separate, that is SDI form, as the individual form. Okay, see here. See, here is we have the form 3 and here form 1 and form 2, where form 1 and form 2 are acting as what? The child forms, but form 3 is acting as where that is individual form. See here, when I minimize the form 3, it is going to appear in the taskbar. See, it is going to appear here in the taskbar. But what about form 2 and form 3? If you minimize form 2, it is going to appear here, that is at the bottom of MDI parent form. If you minimize this one form 1 also, it is going to appear here because they are the two child forms. If you want, you can just move and set them anywhere. You can just move them here. See, automatically the scroll bar will appear for the parent MDI form. Yes, or if you want, you can just maximize this one, or you can just minimize this one, or if you want, you can close the individual form, the children form. Okay, if you want, if you can close this one form 2 only, the form will be present. Fine. If you want, you can close this one also. If you want to close MDA form, you can close. Okay, now I will enable the property that is for the form 3, the MDA child property. Okay, now when I run the application, see, we have the MDI form with the name MDI FRM demo, and all the other forms, form 1, form 2 and form 3 are acting as the child forms for the MDI form. So when I run the application here, the startup object I have set it to MDI form, and I have already written the code for form load event of the MDI form. So when this event occurs, when the form loads, already we have discussed what is load event of the form. Okay, so when this event occurs, as VB is the event driven programming language, when this event occurs, its respective code is going to be executed. This procedure is going to be executed. So within this procedure, we have written the code to display form 1, form 2 and form 3. So already we have just enabled them the property called MDI child. So they act as the child properties or child forms for the MDI form. Now see here, see, form 3 is there, form 2 and form 1 all are acting as the child forms. See, if you minimize or if you just change this one to this one, see, okay, now see here, if you just observe here, if you just change the size of this output window, okay, the other three forms are within the MDI form. Can you observe here? They are not acting as the individual forms. They are contained within the parent form, MDI form. Got the difference between MDI and SDI forms?
Yes, sir.
Okay, if you want, you
Yes,
can close the complete application by single click. If you just click the parent form directly here, close directly the parent form, all the respective child forms are also going to close like this. If you want to close the individual form, then you can close the individual form also. If you want to resize this one, yes, it is possible. You can change the individual forms properties also here. See here, for example, if you want to change some of the properties, if you want to set some of the properties for form 1, then it is possible here. You can set the whatever the property you want. Okay, for the form 1, back color, fore color, whatever the font, whatever the property for respective child forms also. Okay, you can change in the properties window or in the coding port also you can change, no problem. Now it is working fine here, but what is the problem statement? See here, the 10th application. Application to design MDI form to child and design the menu bar. We have done it. That is 50% is over. Application to design MDI form to child. That much is over. We have designed the MDI form with 3 child forms. That is over. But we have to design what? The menu bar now. So we have to design the menu bar for the MDI form. See here, observe here, for the MDI form, you cannot insert any of the controls except the control is having the align property, or if the control is not going to appear at the runtime. For example, here, if you try to add the command button for this, it is not going to add. You cannot add the command button property or the control here. You cannot add the label on the MDI form. See, when you try to add here, it is going to display the error message. So what is the error message? Controls without the align property cannot be placed directly on the MDI forms. See, the controls in this, that is toolbox, all these are called as controls. The controls that does not have the align property cannot be added to the MDI form. So what control is having the align property? Only the picture box is going to have the align property. Remember this one. Alignment property is different. Alignment property we have for label, command button, text boxes. That is different. But align property is different. Alignment is different. Align is different. So we have align property for only picture box. So only picture box control can be inserted on MDI form, and also we can add the timer control on the MDI form. Why? Because timer control is not going to appear when you run the application. Okay, the controls that cannot be appeared when you run the application, those controls can be added on the MDI form, and also the control that has the align property that can be added on the MDI form. Except these two controls, you cannot add any other controls on the MDI form. Got it, everyone?
Yes, sir.
And one more thing, you can design the menu bar for the MDI form, and also you can design the toolbar for the MDI form. That is toolbar in the sense this one. These icons are there. This is called as toolbar, and this one is called as menu bar. So already we have discussed, we have studied how to design the menu bar here. So we have not yet studied how to design the toolbar. In the later section, we are going to study that. Okay. So remember that for the MDI form, we can able to design the menu bar, we can able to design the toolbar, we can insert the control that has the align property, and also we can insert the control that is not going to appear at the runtime. Other than these controls, you cannot insert any other control on the MDI form. Remember that. Now we are going to write the code for the MDI form. Okay, so we have to design the menu bar. So how to design the menu bar here? What are the steps? The same steps. Yes, how to design the menu bar quickly. Already in the previous session, we have designed the menu bar for one of the form, file menu, edit menu, likewise. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So what are the steps?
Sir.
I have dictated the
Select
steps also.
tool.
Yes.
Tools, sir.
So we
Select
have to
tools, sir.
select tools, menu, then select menu
Menu
editor.
editor.
Menu
Now
bar.
this
Editor.
dialog box will appear. We have to design the menu here. So we have to provide the caption. So for the first, I will design the menu editor with two main menus. That is file menu, first one. Then I will give the name. You have to give the name compulsorily. It is mandatory. The name I will give as menu file. Menu file. Then click on next. Okay, under file menu, I have to provide the submenus. I want to design the submenus. So I will just design here by changing the level. First submenu, I will just set it to horizontal. I will explain what is horizontal. Okay, the submenu. Then name I will give as menu horizontal. Then next I will add the next submenu as vertical and name as menu vertical. Then next I will add another submenu here, cascade, name as menu cascade. Okay, now I want to add one more main menu. So I have to, what I have to do, if I want to add the second main menu, one main menu is file. Under file menu we have three submenus here. I want to add the next main menu.
Left
Click
arrow.
left arrow, sir.
Left arrow, yes. Then you have to add, mention the caption of the main menu here. I will just give the caption here as exit. When I click this
Yes,
menu, it
sir.
has to end, and give the name as menu exit. So then click on OK. So when you click on OK, all the changes, whatever the changes you have done here, you have made here, they are going to apply, and this dialog box will close. See here. So the menu bar is designed for MDI form. Okay, so we have the menu, file menu and exit menu, and when you click on this file menu, we have horizontal, vertical and cascade. And when you click on exit, it has to terminate here. So we'll write the code later. So now I will run the application here. See, we have the three child forms, and we have the menu, horizontal, vertical and cascade and exit. See, still we have not yet written the code, so it is not working here. Okay, we'll write the code, what particular operation the particular menus has to be carried out. Okay, now I will explain briefly here. When I select horizontal menu here, okay, when I click on this option horizontal, the child forms, okay, the child forms of this MDI form must be aligned, or they must be arranged horizontally. Horizontal in the sense, in this row manner, in the x-axis manner. Horizontal in the sense, in this way, in this way. Okay, form 1, form 2, form 3 must arrange in a horizontal manner. When I click on the second menu, that is vertical, all the three child forms of MDI form must be arranged vertically, that is in this way, vertical, form 1, then form 2, form 3, like this. Then when I set this one cascade, they are going to arrange in a cascade manner. Likewise, this whatever now they are appearing in the same manner, they have to appear cascade manner. So we have to write the code for that. Here I will just write the code here. So select the MDI form, because we have written or we have designed the menu bar for the MDI form itself. So select the MDI form here. Then select the first menu, click on file menu and select. So what must be done? The MDI child forms must be arranged horizontally. Yes or no? So here we have to write the code here. So just observe here. What is the name of MDI form? MDI FRM demo. MDI FRM demo dot. We have one of the method called arrange. Okay, remember that we have one of the method for MDI form called arrange. It is going to arrange the child forms. Okay, we have to provide the argument here. Here VB, what must be the first type, first arrangement?
Horizontal.
Horizontal. VB horizontal is the statement. It is a constant. Okay, so MDI form demo is the name of the MDI form. Dot arrange is the method. So we have to provide the argument here as the value. Okay, VB horizontal. Now when you run the application here, just we have written the code for only first menu, that is horizontal. Run the application. See, when I select horizontal here, how the child forms are appearing, how the child forms of MDI form are appearing, whether they are appearing
Horizontally,
horizontally.
sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
form,
Horiz
all the three forms are
horizontally.
appearing horizontally, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
Now in
sir.
the same manner, we have to write for vertical and cascade. So select the other menu. Directly you can select from here only by selecting the menu name, that is menu vertical, the second menu, or you can just go to the design window here, select here, and you can click the menu and you can click here vertical. Okay, you can just go by any method. Then we have to write the code. What must be the code now? Can you tell me? Yes.
MDI FRM demo dot arrange.
Dot arrange, the method is arrange. Then
VB vertical, sir.
VB vertical.
Vertical.
Okay. You have to give the correct spellings. Okay. Now see here when I run the application, see vertical. Whether all the forms are appearing vertically.
Yes, sir.
See, if you set it to horizontal, they are going to appear horizontally. If you set it to vertical, they are appearing vertically. Now we have to write code for cascade. Yes, MNU cascade. Then MDI FRM demo dot arrange VB cascade. Now first is horizontal, second is vertical, third one is cascade. In this way, they are going to overlap one above the other. Any doubts here?
No, sir.
Anybody, any doubts here? And what about the exit menu? It is not working because we have not written the code for exit menu. So when I click on the exit menu, it has to terminate. The application has to terminate. So way to write the code here for the exit menu, select the exit, click here. The code skeleton will appear here. Private sub mnu exit underscore click event. So what must be the code? End. See. By default, the child forms will appear in this way. If you set it to cascade, they will appear in this manner. Then if you set it to horizontal, they are going to appear horizontally. Then vertical, cascade. And if
Audible, sir.
okay, fine. So after the four diagrams, form 1, form 2, form 3 and form 4 in the single page, okay, draw them very neatly. Okay, smaller diagrams. Then you have to draw the menu editor diagram, the dialog box. Okay, this dialog box, menu editor dialog box. That is this one. You have to draw this menu editor dialog box. Okay, this. After that, you have to, after the design phase, the first diagram, then you have to write the properties table. Already you people know how to write the properties table. Any doubts in writing the properties table? Anybody still?
No,
Okay.
No,
So
sir.
after writing the properties, please remember the properties, whatever the properties I have changed. For form 1, whether I had changed any properties. Yes, I have changed one of the property, that is MDI child property. If you change the name, then you can mention that also. Okay, at least whatever the property you change, that you have to mention, it is mandatory. Form 1, form 2, form 3. Then for MDI child property, whatever the properties you are changing, you have to mention them, write them out in the properties table. Then after that, you have to write the complete code. Then you have to draw the output diagram in the left side. Okay, in the blank pages, output diagram should be the complete, all the, in a single page, draw them completely. Okay, don't use the number of pages for first output one single page, second output another page. Don't do that. Okay, for the same, in the same page, try to draw all the output diagrams. Got it, everyone? See, when I run the application, see how to draw the output diagrams. Just observe here. This must be, see, this must be your first output diagram. Draw it neatly in a smaller size. Okay, first side output diagram. Then when you change, when you select horizontal, just see here, you have to draw this one as a second output diagram. But what you have to do, you have to just highlight this portion here. That is, you have to just dark this horizontal option there, because you have to understand that this output is with respect to this option, this menu, that is horizontal menu. Getting? Then you have to draw vertical, this output diagram, by highlighting this menu. Then you have to draw output for cascade by highlighting this menu. Any doubts here?
no, sir.
Okay, basically there are four output diagrams are there. First one is when you run the application, how it is going to appear by default. This one. Okay, then second diagram is this one, horizontal, and where we have to highlight these options here. Okay, among these, you have to highlight this one. Okay, just darken this one. Just dark this particular option there. Likewise, you have to draw for vertical and cascade options. Fine. Understood everybody? Any doubts here?
Yeah.
No, sir.
Okay.
No,
I will
sir.
save the project here. See here, it is asking me to save the forms because we have four forms here: form 1, form 2, form 3, and also MDI forms. So we have to save all the four forms. Fine. So this completes your one of the journal program. Fine.